talking today, so we're just going to skip that and jump right into it. Welcome back to Deep Recruiting. It is Monday the 15th. We're excited that you're here. This is going to be our last live stream for the year. So we're going to try to end it on a high note. We're going to go over a couple of quick success stories that everybody hopefully can enjoy. Real quick, programming note, we're going to be switching to Wednesday afternoons at 4:10 p.m. Central Standard Time starting in January. So again, we're not going to do this at Monday at 11 o'clock anymore. We're going to move this to Wednesday at 4:10 p.m. We're going to keep it short. We're going to keep it sweet. And every week, we're going to bring you some training techniques or success stories or both to inspire, to help you progress and grow. Please follow us at Deep Recruiting, pound Deep Recruiting. Make sure you leave us a comment because we're trying to grow this to 1,000 views per episode, helping us rise up. It's going to help everybody rise up. So your support is definitely gratefully appreciated and very much needed. Let's jump into a couple of success stories that my company, GTN, just experienced. One of our recruiters in Phoenix, her name's Nicole Turin-Bow. She was supporting an existing client the way she always does. She was listening very carefully. She was recruiting thoughtfully and delivering a lot of great quality. Candidate she was working with not only noticed that Nicole cared a great deal about doing a good job, but was actually doing a good job too. When you help someone, they naturally want to help you back. And this candidate, really frankly out of the blue and without being asked, referred Nicole to someone else in their network. That referral was looking for somebody to hire. Again, we're having a little bit of technical difficulty here. Nicole passed that lead on to Deborah Rollinson, one of our account managers, and Deborah went to work building a real partnership with this particular company. She connected with the right stakeholders, she asked the right questions, she took the time to understand not just what the role is, but the culture and the skills expectations and cultural expectations behind it. And early on, Deborah set one key expectation: fast, honest feedback. Client agreed, they actually delivered on it. So our first candidate we presented was strong. They moved this person quickly through the process, and it was 4 interviews. Now, after the 3 rounds, the first 3 rounds, there was real momentum. Enough that the final step involved flying this person to the company's HQ for a face-to-face. But 4 steps in, after real investment on both sides, the client made a very careful decision. That decision was that the candidate was good, excellent, in fact, not quite the right fit. So when you miss it by that much, we've all been there, it's very frustrating. You can either stall out, or you can analyze what you did wrong. You can adjust accordingly and get back to work. You have to remember that every failed interview, no matter how far it goes, no matter how much everybody loves each other, is ultimately your responsibility as the staffing agency. We took that responsibility and we figured out where we missed and what we needed to do correct. And the next recruiter, Shauna Hunter, also in Phoenix, stepped in. She identified the right person, someone with the deep expertise, someone who was the right cultural fit, and someone who genuinely was excited to work on site. We all know finding somebody to work on site, that can be a difficult challenge. So our realignment actually changed everything. The client had been searching to fill this position for months until they came to us. We presented only 2 candidates, both of them high quality. Both Nicole and Shauna did excellent work making these presentations. And 1 offer later, we had that role filled. So from referral to offer acceptance, the entire process took less than 2 weeks. That's a big success story. It's a success story for Nicole. It's a success story for Deborah. It's a success story for Shauna. And it's a success story for our client, the candidate, and GTN. Everybody won in this scenario, all because Nicole earned the trust of a candidate by doing a really good job for that person, and because Deborah earned the trust of the client in demonstrating what we could do and insisting on that prompt, honest feedback, and Shauna brought it all together, wrapped it all up in a nice bow with the perfect fit. I've got a second story I want to share with you. This one involves Brianna Doherty and Anurag Shakti, also of our Phoenix office. Every role in staffing has something hard about it. We all know this. Everybody who's been in this business, there's always something about that job that makes it really difficult to recruit for. That's why we're here. That's why companies use us. That's why we earn a living doing this. Now, what was interestingly difficult about this position is the open position was a sales role in a small town in Texas. Not only was it in a small town where obviously you're going to have a limited pool, it was a very specific, they required a very specific niche background. And to top it off, the role had been open for months and they had no traction. And Brianna was able to step in, discover what that position was all about, really dig in deep and get the details. We went to work with a sense of urgency based on the feedback Brianna was able to give us. And Anurag actually took the lead. It didn't take long before he surfaced a candidate who immediately just felt different. You know the type. You've been there, I hope. If you've been in there, been in this game for any length of time, you just kind of get those warm fuzzies. The hair stands up on your arms a little bit, right? You get all excited about a particular person. And you just know that this is the type of person that you would better pay attention to and better invest the time in. This person came across as sharp, easy to talk to, necessity in sales, as we know. And as a bonus, he was deeply familiar with the local market. And from the very first conversation we had where we vetted him out, it was clear he understood both the role and the reality of working in a remote location. What really separated him wasn't just his experience, but it was how he thought. During our interview, during our prep call, he walked us through his personal sales strategy. It wasn't something rehearsed. It wasn't something generic. It was thoughtful. It was well researched. It was specific with necessary details, and it was grounded in how the market actually works. He asked the right questions. He showed confidence without ego. This might be hard for some of us. And he demonstrated real curiosity about the business and the people he'd be working with. At that point, we felt confident. This was something we felt could thrive with our client. And Brianna, the account manager, she advised the client that we believe we had their man. So we did our screening process exactly as it was designed to do, and it produced exactly what it was designed to do. After months of searching, this candidate became the first one to receive an offer. He crushed the on-site interview, and he absolutely nailed the sales presentation required as part of the client's process. And guess what? The client didn't hesitate. They were so excited, they asked us to schedule his on-site interview for the day before Thanksgiving. And when you don't want to risk losing someone to the competition in hiring, you have to move with all alacrity. And that's exactly what they did. But this story gets even better. While he nailed the interview, he then immediately had to leave for the other side of the world to make a presentation for his current employer. And despite being severely jet lagged in a wildly different time zone, having to be on stage doing a presentation in a very big professional moment for him, he took the time to quickly respond and accept the offer. That human connection, the human connection that he made with our client, the human connection our client made with him, the human connection Anurag and Brianna made with the candidate is what really made the difference here. It's what made everybody true partners. It's what created the excitement and the impetus to get it done. Our client trusted our guidance. They moved quickly. They stayed engaged throughout the process because they wanted that win just as much as we did. And when the offer went out, their excitement came through loud and clear, complete with a message saying they were waiting for one answer and one answer only. So this is what happens when you as a staffing agency and your client are truly aligned. When the recruiter does their work with urgency and care and the hiring team is motivated, everyone works well together. And the whole thing, frankly, it's just a lot of fun. So I'm so proud of GTN. I'm so proud of the work we do, building careers, offering the right solutions to our clients, and delivering the solutions that everybody wants. There's actually one more thing I want to bring up today. I want to give a special shout out to Anthony Adams on Team GTN. He's been training for months to participate in a marathon that he ran yesterday morning in basically freezing temperatures. This was a goal of his, and he worked very, very hard for it, running and running and running, practice, doing the stretching, doing everything you have to do to run a marathon. And he ran that marathon, finishing in the top third in 4 hours and 16 minutes. He not one time in that entire marathon did he actually have to walk because of the drive, the determination, and the vision that Anthony had. He was able to deliver for himself a victory on a personal goal. And I think Anthony represents exactly what the Team GTN spirit is all about. We have vision, determination, dedication, and perseverance to deliver a result. I hope this has been somewhat motivating for you as we wrap up the year. There's still opportunity to be success or to have success towards the end of the year and make some deals. While everybody else is asleep at the wheel and eating Christmas cookies, you could be making a difference in not only your career, but somebody else's career. This has been Deep Recruiting. This is our last live stream, our last podcast for the year. Hope you enjoyed it. We are returning on Wednesday, January 7th at 4:10 p.m. Hope you tune in. We'll launch with something exciting, as always. Please leave us your comments as we're trying to grow Deep Recruiting. Make it bigger, make it more exciting for everybody involved. We're trying to grow to 1,000 views for every live stream, and I need your help to do that. Comments are how it works. If you've got comments, questions, if you're running into certain challenges you don't know how to handle and you'd like our help, email us at deeprecruiting@teamgtn. We will address it anonymously on air and we'll deliver you a solution no matter how challenging it is. We want it. No matter how hard it is, we want it. Deliver us that challenge. Let us come up with an answer for you that we deliver live on air. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and make it a great one, everybody. Thanks so much.